In this video, we're going to take a look at one of the most powerful and honestly probably my favorite feature within Sideline, which is the roster manager. So you'll know from opening the main window that you obviously have to choose code replacement files for the matchup that you're shooting, but those are kind of tedious to create. They take a long time to copy and paste player names and numbers and positions. And so that's why we built the roster manager that can help you do all of this essentially for you. We do have some rosters in here, so you can create teams and then within those create rosters and specify player names and numbers and that kind of stuff manually. But one of my favorite features is the ability to create a matchup automatically. Now we have two options for this. Number one is ESPN, which is the one I'll show you first. And if you just go to ESPN and copy a link to a game, Sideline will automatically identify the teams and download entire rosters and create a photo mechanic code replacements file for you in seconds. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here we have the upcoming football game between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Louisville Cardinals. It's happening this Saturday, and we are just going to go ahead and copy that link and paste it into Sideline and watch what it does. It is going to identify both of these teams. It will let me know that we already have a similar match for the Kentucky football roster, so we won't even import that one. But it will find 108 players on Louisville's roster. And that's 108 players that previously you would have to manually copy and paste in. We don't want to waste our time doing that. We'd rather have something do it for us. So the name of the roster looks good. This is obviously football. I am going to choose the code replacements prefix code of UL because that makes a little bit more sense to me. And I will just ask it to create this matchup for me. So it's going to go to ESPN, look at Louisville's roster, and it is going to scrape all of the different players in there and then automatically create this matchup for me. So you will notice we already had a roster for UK football, and that's fine. But we will go into Louisville and look at this. We have their entire roster complete with player names, numbers, and positions, and it will be formatted perfectly. So if we go up to this matchup, here we have a combination of both two teams in this thing, and we can export the matchup to a code replacement file, and it will give us the entire code replacement file right here. This would have taken so much time to do the old way, but Sideline's roster manager does all that for you. But what about for those of you who shoot high school sports? Those kind of sports are not listed on ESPN, obviously. So we added Max Preps. So if I go back over to my browser and just choose a Max Preps game here, this one happened in the past, but it will work the exact same for upcoming games. If we just copy that link and paste it in, it goes out and identifies both of those programs. It will create rosters for us, and I'm going to say maybe LF for Lafayette. Create the matchup. It will scrape both of those rosters for us, and in just a few seconds, we have an entire code replacement file for this particular matchup with those entire rosters in Sideline ready for us to use. Look at that. That happened in what, 10 seconds? And that saved us so much time. There is a third option though. Let's say we're shooting for, let's say, Eastern Kentucky University, and we want to do their 2025-26 or no, let's not do football. Let's do baseball roster. So we will select the sport is baseball, and I'll just say EKU is the prefix. Now, for some of these, I'd say non-marquee sports, not the basketballs and footballs of the world, but like the baseball, soccer, maybe lacrosse, or softball or something like that, where there might not be entries on ESPN for some of these teams, we have a third option. You don't have to create rosters manually and type people in one by one. We can choose to import a roster from NCAA Stats. Now, if you're unfamiliar with NCAA Stats, it's a really powerful website that lists all the statistics for all the programs in the NCAA from D1 to D3 and every single sport within there. So we're going to type in Eastern Kentucky and we will get a list of all of their programs. I'm going to say I want the baseball team. We'll just click over to the roster tab, and here's an entire roster, and we want to import this because it's not listed on ESPN. We'll just copy that link. We'll paste it in, and it will go out, find the player data, and in just a few seconds, you will see it will start to bring in that entire roster for us. So even on sources, even for sports that don't have entire rosters listed on ESPN, you can get them through Max Preps, you can get them through NCAA stats. And obviously, you can always export these rosters, share them with colleagues, teammates, anybody who's shooting games and needs access to this information. You can get it all within Sideline. And when you get ready to caption your photos, we have a list of these matchups that it has created for you. So that's the power of the Sideline Roster Manager. Honestly, one of my favorite features of the app, and something that I think will save you a lot of time and hopefully you'll get a lot of good use out of. So head on over to sidelinecaptions.com. You can purchase a lifetime license for $49 and get access to the Roster Manager. And hopefully it will make your sports shooting days a whole lot easier.